are facing a very, very critical time in our existence. And for many, many decades, we have experienced ease. We have not, for the most part, here, especially in the Western world, we have not had to suffer for our faith. So if somebody threatens taking our guns or all this other kind of nonsense, we think it's the end of the world. Oh my gosh, they're going to take my guns. It's Armageddon. I'm not going to have a gun. I need guns so I can not have to shoot it. You know, we're all caught up in the silliness of politics, the silliness of technology, the silliness of social media. Although I do think that in all these spectrums, in this whole thing, there is a way for us to use it. I'm on social media right now talking to you. But I'm talking to you about Christ. One thing that I know is that all things on this earth are for us to use. And Christians, we have a huge opportunity to use this platform to reach the lost. And we should do whatever we can to maximize our reach. And most importantly, it's not just about maximizing our reach, but it's about what we maximize our reach with. What are we using to reach people with? We need to persuade men to turn from their sins and turn to Christ now, because it's a command by Christ, not an option. It's not an option. It's a command. It's a demand. And the picture that modern Christianity paints is that God is up in heaven. He's laid out this plan of salvation. And he's up there gripping his hands and just with his eyes closed, hoping that you will make a good choice for Christ and come to him. He's just hoping and desiring that you will come. Please, please come to me. I love you so much. Please come to me. I need you. Please use your free will and come to me so I can save you. I've done everything I can do. I can't do anything more. It's up to you now. This is the gospel that people are preaching today. That's the painting or the image or the picture of God, and that is an idol and not the real God of heaven. The God I know is sovereign. He's King Supreme, Lord over all. Not this whimpering God that Christianity today has been painting, who is just desiring and hoping and waiting for you to come to him. Like a kidnapped child, and and the parent is God, and the God is like his child is kidnapped, and he doesn't know where the child is, and he's hopeless and doesn't know what to do. And I have the money to pay ransom, but I can't find them, and I don't know where they are. This is what is wrong with Christianity today. That is not the God of the Bible. I don't know what God you guys are worshiping, but that is not the God of the Bible. The God I know, he does whatever he pleases, and whatever he does for one reason and one reason only: his sovereign pleasure. Pleasure. Now, you might look at that and go, well, that doesn't seem right. That doesn't seem right. I don't think God should be doing that. If I were God, I would do things different. Christians, sometimes the things you say out loud should stay inside. Some of us should not let our inner voice come outside. I know I'm being a little dramatic, but I want to bring this idea home. Stop dealing with fantasies. Our God is supreme and sovereign and king. He is commanding, not asking. He's telling you to ask. He's not asking you, you ask. You need to ask. You need to seek. You need to find. He knows where everybody is. He's not lost. You are. So what are you going to do? Because whatever you're going to do, you better do it now, because there is no purgatory for those people that you refuse to go share the gospel with and witness to and tell them that they're going to die and perish in an unforgiven hell forever. Now, somebody says, well, hell is not fair. I don't know why God would send somebody to hell. That's not fair. Eternal hell. I did a post earlier. I'm going to say it again right now. You're going to die. You're going to die. Every one of us is going to die. Some of you may go, this is a morbid topic. Not if you're a believer, it is not. I know my Lord and I know my Lord and Savior. I know where I'm going. I know where I'm going. I know. I've been assured. I've been promised to by him. So this conversation is not morbid. Let me tell you what God says about the death of his people. He says, precious in the sight of the Lord is the death of his saints. Precious. God says that precious in the sight of the Lord is the death of his saints. Does that sound morbid to you? No, it makes me anxious to go. I'm ready to go. I know when I get to that doorway, it's going to be scary. Death's dark doorway is going to be very scary. But it's going to take, and I hope, but it's going to take a significant degree of faith to have no fear. But I know there's going to be a tinge of fear. I know at least. Because there's always a part of us that thinks that we don't deserve it, because we don't. But we can rely on his goodness, Christians. He's a good and merciful God. He's not some impersonal, cold,